The opening kickoff is up and away and taken by Corey Ford deep. Ford brings it up ahead, gets past the 30, up to about the 39-yard line, and that's where the Trevians will take over.
Branson Nickel, the quarterback for the Trevians.
Jacoby in a quarterback. Back to pass. Throws long and overthrown, incomplete. Intended for Pat Pierce.
Pat Pierce,
trying for the bomb and just missed it. And brings up a second down. Second and 10 for the Trevians. Jacoby hands it off. Diving up ahead is Corey Ford. And Ford picks up just a couple.
Number 74 and also number 56.
Picked up about 4.
And on the stop.
Third down and 6 for the Trevians.
On the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and 3. On the 47.
Now they give him 7 to 3rd and 3. Corey Ford is hit immediately. Didn't find the hole. I don't know that there necessarily was one there, and it's 4th down. And it looks like the Trevians will kick it away here.
No gain on the play.
That's one thing the Trevians are going to have to find today if they hope to have a shot at this one, is they're going to have to find a little offense, be able to put that ball into the end zone. The kick, and it is a beauty, a boomer. Taking it to 23, up ahead. A little slide move and up to about the 30-yard line. Leslie Weaver. Les Weaver, their big receiver. And watch for Adrian Barbera, the Evanston quarterback, to air it out a little bit throughout this game.
Adrian Barber, number 14, the
looking for Weaver. I don't know that he'll even look for anybody else out there. Man in motion. Handoff. Going nowhere. He lost a couple. Quasi Leggett, the ball carrier. And he got Wellington make that. Lance Wellington. And Wellington lost 2.
To bring up a 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 to go for the Wildkits early on in the New Trier Evanston football game. The big game. And flags go flying. Delay a game or illegal procedure. Illegal procedure against the Wildkits.
Second and 17.
Second down, 17 yards to go. Back to pass, throws long, intercepted by Mark Florsch, and Florsch is ridden out of bounds inside the 30 at about the 29-yard line, and the Trevians take over, make it right at the 30 of the Wildkits, and the Trevians take over. The interception.
Ball is spotted on the 30-yard line of the Wildkits, 1st and 10.
So Evanston goes to negative yards and then coughs up the football on the interception. Jacoby to Ford. Ford muscles his way. Second effort takes him inside the 35 down to about the 25 rather, down to about the 22-yard line.
It'll bring up a 2nd and 3.
Second down and make it to 23. I will take that. 2nd and 3 for the Trevians. Moving deep into the Evanston territory. Jacoby, the handoff again to Ford, bounces open, inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Corey Ford
He's brought down by number 9, Jason Trier.
with the bounce clear.
First and goal from the 5.
First and goal to go for the Trevians at the Evanston 5-yard line. No score in the first quarter. The handoff tries to sneak through. Corey Ford, the ball carrier. Make it Matt Brooklear. Brooklear, the ball carrier, and Brooklear picked up 3. Matt Brooklear. Second and goal to go now for the Trevians at the 2-yard line. Matt Jacoby. As the Trevians moving. Fakes the handoff. Pass. Complete. Touchdown. Richard Flanagan with the reception. And the Trevians are on the board 6-0. The fake worked to perfection, and Flanagan was all by himself.
Richard Flanagan, number 40.
And now Flanagan himself just made the reception, puts the ball up, and puts it through. And the Trevians lead it 7-0.
58 remaining in the first quarter. New Trier 7, Evanston nothing.
And the Trevians lead it 7-0. A reminder to everybody, don't forget that the Trevians will be home for the homecoming game next week against Waukegan. We'll be here on the network for that game next week. And also, on September 30th is the alumni hockey game. Some of the best players who ever played at Metro North alumni in the Metro North High School Hockey League will play a game for charity for the Quincy Veterans Home.
Also number 36, Leslie Weaver.
And that game will be
And number 7,
September 30th at 9 o'clock at the Winnetka Ice Arena. And we'd like to see everybody out there. Not just the New Trier people, but of course we have Deerfield, Highland Park, Loyola, yes, even Evanston. Those of you watching all the way down the network, make sure you come on out. Trevians try a little onside kick action up to the 30-yard line. A little move, a little dipsy-doodle, and boom. Finally brought down by Jonah Sagiliak. Sagiliak finally brought him down with a crushing hit at the 35-yard line. And the Trevians go to defense. Up now 7-0 on the 3-yard touchdown pass. the option. And he's going to be dropped for a loss. Brooklear with the initial hit. And then Fritz ties him up.
Again, a red Saturn, license plate number IG 538. You're illegally parked.
Wildkits at negative yards here.
Loss of 4 yards on the play, 2nd and 14.
Loss of another 4. 2nd down, 14 yards to go. Trevians with a little stunt. Back to pass. Looking. Barbera throws. And knocked down by Matt Brooklear. Intended for Weaver. As we said, that's the man they're going to be looking to all night long. Or all afternoon long. Third down, 14 yards to go. I've been talking to many of my press people all the way around here, and very interesting comments they have been making about Evanston and New Trier. Back to pass. Pass is complete. Fumble. Recovery, New Trier. Wellington on the screen pass. Fumble recovered by the Trevians.
Ball was recovered by the Trevians.
Second turnover for the Wildkits.
48-yard line. For the Wildkits, 1st and 10, New Trier.
1st and 10, the Trevians at the Evanston 48 on the fumble recovery. I didn't see who got that, but Wellington made good yardage on the screen, was close to the first down, and then bobbled it. I don't think he was hit. He just sort of lost it in his hand. The pass, incomplete, off onto the far side.
Intended for number 41, Tim Pushaver.
Pass was intended for Pushaver, and that went incomplete on that far side, and there's a flag down on the play anyway. And I think this one's going to go against the Trevians for holding. That's the preliminary indication we just saw from the head official. They'll take it back. From the point of the infraction, the Trevians lose about 14 on the play. 2nd down and about 23 to go.
Ball is now spotted on the 36-yard line. 1st and 25.
1st down and 25 yards to go. They say 25. I think it's closer to about 23. They hand off to Corey Ford. Ford on the delay. Picks up about 5.
Linnell Rice, number 55.
Linnell Rice on the tackle. 5'11" and 230-pound junior.
Gain of 5 yards to bring up.
A lot of beef out there for this one. Lots of size. Again out of the shotgun, Jacoby. Back to pass. Looks. Now he'll head for the sideline. Picked up good yardage. Picked up about 11.
Number 48.
And it'll bring up 3rd down and about 15 for the Trevians.
And a long 15.
Trevians. Jacoby comes back under the center. Fakes the handoff. Looks to pass, and he's going to get sacked. The pocket closed down. And Linnell Rice
55 also there.
Looked like he was the one that finally got to him, and it is fourth down and about 18, and the Trevians will have to kick it away. The kick is long and deep, way deep. That was a 60-yard punt.
Ball kicked in the end zone. It would be spotted on the 20-yard line. First and 10 Wildkits.
First and 10 Wildkits on the touchback. Pushaver let loose a bomb. A 60-yard punt. The Wildkits trying to find some offense. They hand off.
Number 32, the ball carrier, lands.
Wellington picked up about 2, had the hole a little to his right. He tried to cut it back, and by the time he came back there, the hole was gone.
Number 65 on the stop.
The new Trier Trevians.
Also there, 64. Gain of 3 on the play. Second and 7.
4-0. The Evanston Wildkits 4-0. Both of them ranked in the city. Back to pass. Barbera passes, and they call it complete. And down immediately, but complete to Wes Crane. That brings up third down and about 4.
Gain of 5 yards on that play. It brings up third and 3.
Barbera. Adrian Barbera, the quarterback for the Wildkits. Option out. A little dipsy doodle move, and busting forward was Wellington. Got the first down. Trevians got a hand on him, but didn't wrestle him down. Good for the first down. The handoff, big hole, Wellington.
Number 32 again, Lance Wellington.
Picked up about 3 or 4. The Trevians on the stunt.
Second and 7.
And the inside handoff found the hole.
Ball spotted on the 41-yard line.
Brought up to about the 42. Second down and about 3 or 4. Back to pass. The pass is incomplete. Intended for Crane. On the near side, Wes Crane, a 5'11", 175-pound senior. A full house here today, as well it should be. Evanston and New Trier. There's always a little something extra in this rivalry that many call the biggest rivalry in the state of Illinois. And flags as Barbera was directing rather than getting a snap, and the Evanston Wildkits are caught with the delay of game penalty. That will move it back.
That'll bring up a third down. 12 yards to go. Ball now spotted on the 36-yard line.
3rd and 10. Back to pass. Barbera got bumped. Pass is complete to Crane. Good for the first down. Barbera just barely got that away before the pocket collapsed on him.
Ball spotted on the 49-yard line.
The ball at about the 50-yard line, 49 of Evanston, and whistles all over the place.
That is the end of the first quarter play. With the score, New Trier 7.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score, the Trevians leading at 7-0 over the Evanston Wildkits. You're watching high school football on the Metro Chicago Sports Network, and we'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Evanston. The Trevians and the Evanston Wildkits. Trevians leading at 7-0 as we start the second quarter. The option, reverse, back to Weaver, ran into his own man, and he'll be dropped for a loss. Larry Dyer, 6'3", 310 pounds, has a lot of beef on the bones and got right in the way of that little dipsy-doodle play. Wesley Weaver never had a chance to turn the corner and got thrown for a loss. Man in motion is Weaver. Back to pass at Barbera. Throws long and intercepted by Burke O'Brien. Second interception of the night. And the Trevians take over the Evanston 39-yard line.
He returns it to the 39-yard line of the Wildkits. The Trevians take over, 1st and 10.
Barbera, 2 interceptions. Evanston is destructing here in the first half. Barbera has thrown 2 interceptions. Trevians have recovered 1 fumble. Corey Ford, the ball carrier. Ford picks up 2 in a cloud of dust.
Gain of 1 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They say a single yard. 2nd and 9. It looks more like 2 to me, but whatever. Trevians with the football. Back to pass is Jacoby. Jacoby avoids one, throws, pass complete, and out of bounds.
Complete to number 83.
Peter Lalonde.
Peter Landon, number 83. Receives that ball. Demetrius Carter, number 88 on the stop. That's enough for...
And that's good for a Trevian first down at the 15-yard line of the Wildkits. Jacoby, the handoff to Brookler. Brookler busts deep. Got another first down. And well after the play, over on the near side, a little nonsense between Matt Brookler and Rodney Smith. little extracurricular activity. There's been a lot of that, always is in this game. Before the start of the game, there were some New Trier players over harassing the Evanston coach, John Reel. Back to pass is Matt Jacoby. Jacoby throws, complete, down to the goal line. They call it good, but there's a flag down back behind the play. They called a touchdown for Flanagan again, but back behind the play there's a flag, and it's holding against the Trevians. This is going to come back. Holding against the Trevians will bring it back. And Flanagan is down and hurt. Richard Flanagan down and hurt, and Dan Mortier over to Havel to try and help.
Holding on the offense, and got a penalty, replay is out.
Holding against the Trevians. We'll make it second and about 20. And an official's timeout. Again, we do remind you, next week, well, we'll be back with more in a moment. Well, Richard Flanagan is up and walking off. I think he just had the wind knocked out of him. Again, a reminder that next week is the homecoming game, New Trier and Waukegan, and if you think the New Trier-Evanston game is important, so is the New Trier-Waukegan game. I think this year you look in the Central Suburban South, New Trier-Waukegan, New Trier-Glenbrook South, New Trier-Evanston. Those are the big games for the Trevians this year in the conference schedule.
When play resumes, the ball is spotted on the 23-yard line.
Jacoby out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Looks, throws. Oh, he got creamed. The pass intercepted. And a touchback, but that's going to come back too. There's a flag down on the play. Roughing the passer, I think, is the signal.
We have a flag down on the play.
The lineman came in and really creamed Jacoby just as he got it away in the pocket.
Their indication against the Wildkits.
Interception in the end zone, but that came back, and that's going to be a walk-off against the Wildkits and an automatic first down for the Trevians inside the 20. At about the 12-yard line. And it was roughing the passer. And Jacoby and the Trevians have new life here. First and 10 for the Trevians at the 12-yard line. So an interception and a touchdown have been brought back on this play. Jacoby running for his life. Gets inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. 7 or 8-yard line. Looks like the 8, maybe the 9 even. Picked up about 2. Make it second down, 8 yards to go for the Trevians.
Second and 8. Ball spotted on the 9-yard line of the Wildkits.
Jacoby. They hand off to Ford. Ford busts over to the far side. In for the touchdown. I think there's another flag down on the play. And there is another flag down, and this one's going to come back. Illegal use of the hands against the Trevians. Somebody slapping somebody on the head. Illegal use of the hands. Brings it back. 2 touchdowns and an interception. All in this series.
Offense holding, 10-yard penalty from the spot. Repeat
Illegal use of the hands against the Trevians.
On the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 11.
It's a 10-yard penalty anyway. Second down and to about 12. Jacoby looks to pass. No, instead he'll take it. Forges ahead to about the 3-yard line. About a yard shy of the first down.
Also number 55, Linnell Rice, is there.
On the quarterback keeper, Jacoby looked to perhaps even pass, but instead took it himself. Got close to the first down. Second down and about a yard or 2 for the first and about 3 for the goal. 2 touchdowns and an interception called back on this series. And a flag goes flying. Trevians might be with delay of game here. Oh boy, this has been incredible. A lot of flags flying. A lot of flags flying. And the Trevians going to take a timeout. Third down, 7:35 left to play in the first half. Trevians lead it by the score of 6 on the 3-yard line. Had it on the 3. Had it in twice. Had it intercepted once. And a lot of yardage walked off inside the 20-yard line here. Gone back and forth quite a bit down in there. But in the meantime, the Trevians have had it deep and had the possession. Even though they haven't been able to put it in legally yet in this series.
On the 8-yard line.
On the delay of game call, the ball's back to the Evanston 8-yard line. Jacoby fakes the handoff, passes, complete, and wrestled down well shy of the first. Richard Flanagan. That will bring up, finally, a 4th down.
Gain of 3 yards on the play.
And it looks like Richard Flanagan will be out to attempt the field goal.
5-yard line. 4th and 4.
A 22-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up. The kick is no good. Wide to the left. So after all that, the interception by Burke O'Brien, the seeming touchdown to Flanagan that was called back, the run by Corey Ford that was called back, the pass interception by Evanston that was called back for roughing the passer. The Trevians come up with no points, but the good news was that the offense, nonetheless, was on the field for a lengthy period of time. Barbera, the handoff, nowhere. Met right away. And the whole line of the Trevians was there on Wellington. And he lost a yard or two. Tom Fritz sort of leading that. But it was the whole interior line of the Trevians. Whoops. Ryan Dahl jumped the gun. And Chris Houston chewed him out a little bit for that. That's offside. Encroachment against the Trevians.
Defense, 5-yard penalty.
Ryan Dahl. The Trevians on that stunting defense of theirs, and Dahl anticipating the snap.
Second and 6 from the 24-yard.
Second down, 6 yards to go for the Wildkits. At their own 24-yard line. Back to pass Barbera. He throws long, and that's incomplete. Intended for Crane, incomplete. Flag on the play. I think this is going to be roughing the passer against the Trevians. It is.
Preliminary indication. Trier roughing the passer.
Barbera. An eye for an eye retaliation on the part of the Trevians, and I think that's probably going to be the last of this. After the Evanston defense did it to Jacoby, the response to Barbera, and I would think both coaches now have said, will say to their defensive line, stay off the quarterbacks here. I don't expect to find any more of that. Oh, Barbera got hit again. And a third interception. Pushaver brings it back to the 45, and the Trevians have it again. A third interception in the first half for the Trevians.
Ball was returned to the 46-yard line of the Wildkits. Trevians take over. First and 10.
First and 10, New Trier. That stunting deep to Barbera. And the Trevians have come away with 3 interceptions and a fumble. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Pushaver. And John Pillow there to defend.
Second and 10.
Second down, 10 yards to go for the Trevians in Evanston territory. Ford busts ahead again, and a third time, and there was a face mask I saw in there, or a slap to a face mask. But apparently the refs didn't see it. In any case, Trevians pick up good yardage. Third down and about 2. And make it 3.
On the 38-yard line.
Third down and 3 yards to go. The pitch Brooklier gets the first down. Grabbed by the jersey and then creamed by Jason Greer. But the Trevians get their first down. 1st and 10 for the Trevians inside the 35 at about the 32-yard line. Again, September 30th, don't forget the hockey alumni game for charity.
Number 22 again, the ball carrier, Corey Ford.
Corey Ford, the ball carrier here, picks up about
74 was in on that tackle.
6.
Alfred Hannon.
Make it 7, 2nd down and 3. Again, the hockey alumni game. September 30th, starting time for the game, 9 o'clock at the Winnetka Ice Arena. For those of you not going to the homecoming dance, come on out and watch some exciting hockey. The handoff, the push ahead, and the Trevians get the ball down to the 20-yard line.
Alfred Hannon was also there. Unguarded 1st and 10, New Trier. Ball spotted on the 21-yard line of the Wildkits.
A little shy of the 20, about the 21. That's where the Trevians have it. As again, they're pressing. 4 turnovers in the first half. Jacoby passes, complete to Tim Pushaver at the 15. And again, the Trevians threatening.
Ball spotted on the 15-yard line of the Wildkits.
The Trevians have forced 4 turnovers. Timeout, New Trier.
Timeout, New Trier.
As signals between Jacoby and Mortier got a little crossed. 2:33 left to play here in the first half. The Trevians leading it by the score of 7-0. And we'll be back with more football in just a moment. Here on Trevians come back out following the timeout.
Second and 5, ball now spotted on the 15-yard line.
2nd down, 5 yards to go. 2:33 left to play in the first half. They hand off to Brooklier. Brooklier busts ahead. Second effort gets him the first down.
Brooklier, number 24.
At the 10-yard line. 1st and goal to go for the Trevians.
Sean Hudson, number 56, tripping him up. Ball now spotted on the 9-yard line. And goal from the 9.
1st and goal to go for the Trevians. Make it at the 9-yard line. Jacoby hands off to Ford. Ford stumbles ahead. And afterwards, the 56s have a little to do. Phil Swisher and Sean Hobson. This is a little tough game for me to work with, only because I know both of these teams. I used to teach in Evanston. And, of course, I know the New Trier team from having worked the games. Jacoby back to pass. Jacoby's going to be sacked. Branson Nickel. And Jacoby is injured. Jacoby got twisted around a little bit by Nickel as he went down on the sack. And Jacoby is down and hurt, and it appears knee or ankle. And we have an injury timeout again. Our second one of the evening, of the afternoon. People talk about this rivalry, and this is the 83rd meeting between these two high schools. And when you talk about this rivalry, you go back and you look over the records, and Evanston's won this one 51 times. You can even look at the more recent record and say, well, they've won it the last 8 years running. But each year's different, and you can never, other than for the student body and the school spirit and things like that. Well, we'll be back with more in just a moment. Jacoby being helped off. And Mark Florsch will come in. That solid arm that Florsch has can really throw the Rockets.
We have third and goal from the 11.
Third down and 12 yards to go. Florsch, they hand off to Corey Ford. Ford busts to the outside, but he's not going to get very much. Got back to maybe the original line of scrimmage. And now Evanston going to take their timeout. But as I was saying, you go back over the years and you look at this game. Minute 2 left to play in the first half. Trevians leading it 7-0. Fourth down and 11. But as we were saying, you go back and you look over the years, and 83 years, these teams, this is the 83rd meeting between them, and Evanston's won 51, and New Trier's won 27, and been a couple of ties in that length of time. But I think what you really have to break it down to is what happens this year. And all that other talk about previous years and the rivalry, while it certainly brings the fans out and certainly fires up the intensity in this game, and there has been quite a bit of intensity in the rivalry between these schools, both in basketball and football, and it really goes to other sports as well. It really doesn't mean anything. It's, what happens this year. Each year is different. And the players that played last year are not the same players across the board that are playing this year. Flanagan puts it up. Flanagan drills it. And the Trevians lead it 10-0.
58 seconds remaining to halftime. New Trier 10, Evanston nothing.
So the Trevians lead it 10-0. The 3-yard reception by Flanagan from Jacoby. The extra points by Flanagan, and now the field goal by Flanagan. And the Trevians lead it 10-0.
Kicking off for the Trevians, we have number 40, Richard Flanagan.
What I'm saying is I'm not downplaying the importance of this game or downplaying the intensity of the game. What I'm saying is that once that ball goes in the air for the opening kickoff to the end of the game, what happened in the previous 82 meetings mean nothing.
Also number 7, Tyrone Turner.
Flanagan will kick it off.
Dalton Dinkett, number 29, also back. Number 9, Jason Greer.
Less than a minute to play in the quarter. And the first half. Again, the short kick. Charging ahead is Dalton Jenkins. 5'7" and 200 pounds, and he looks it. And it comes down to the 40-yard line. Evanston going to do a little hurry-up offense here.
To the 39-yard line. First and 10, Wildkits.
First and 10 for the Wildkits. Back to pass. Throws, complete. To Crane. Puts it in the Trevian territory at the 48-yard line. And the hurry-up offense out there for the Wildkits. Again, back to pass. Barbera was going to throw it. Had some trouble in the way and throws it incomplete. All his receivers were covered. Barbera, second down. Back to pass, throws, nearly intercepted. The pass intended for Crane, threw it behind him, and Burke O'Brien nearly got a hand on it. Third and 10. Third down and 10. Back to pass. And going to run out of bounds. Fourth down, and now a little pushing and shoving afterwards. Nick Nelson late, and now some words yet. Ryan Cuniff and Larry Dyer had some words, and Matt John Reel very upset with that. I think they thought it was a late hit on Barbera. And Coach Reel still very animated on the near side. Back to pass. Throws. Complete. To Weaver. Inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And just a couple of seconds here left in the half. And a timeout taken. And the alumni hockey game next Saturday at 9 o'clock at Winnetka. Running for his life, Barbera brings it to the near side, fumbled it, but fumbled it out of bounds. And possession will retain to the Wildkits at about the 24-yard line, it looks like. Make it the 21 of the Trevians.
Pushed out of bounds on the 21-yard line.
Adrian Barbera.
2nd and 1. 4:6 remaining.
Fumbled it, but fumbled it out of bounds. And the retention of the possession this time stays with Evanston. They've had 4 turnovers in the first half. Barbera back to pass. Looking. Now he runs out of trouble. Now throws it long, way long. Bounced around and broken up. Intended for Weaver. And Pat Pierce busted it up. And that ends the first half. With the score, the new Trier Trevians 10 and the Evanston Wildkits nothing. We'll be back with the second half of the football game right after these messages here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Metro Chicago Sports Network. Welcome back to the second half of this afternoon's football action between the new Trier Trevians and the Evanston Wildkits. The new Trier Trevians and the Evanston Wildkits meeting for the 83rd time in their historic careers. Actually, 13 years after the new Trier Township broke away from Evanston. Back in the 19th century, the students in the new Trier Township went to Evanston High School. And then in 1900, they separated. And then in 1950, the Northfield Township students separated from the new Trier Township students. Again, a little onside squib kick, keeping it away from the deep men. And Dalton Jenkins gets the football. And so do the Evanston Wildkits at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 from the 40.
Barbera trying to find some offense. Rolls out and will take it himself. Gets down to up to the 46-yard line. Evanston trying to find some offense. They found none in the first half. Unofficially, 18 yards rushing and 45 passing. 4 turnovers in the first half to the Trevians, who lead 10-0. Barbera, the pitch out back. Fumbled. Fumble. Still playing around. New Trier's got it. Another turnover. Florsch picks up the fumble recovery on the errant pitch. His second recovery of the day, and the Trevians take over.
Ball spotted on the 49-yard line. First and 10, New Trier. Back to Kobe, number 2, the quarterback.
Jacoby, the handoff. And Corey Ford goes nowhere. And some chawing going on between Sean Hobson and Ryan Cuniff. Cuniff just walks away.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
With play action, to the far side. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Flanagan. 3rd and 10.
This is Flanagan. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10 from the 49.
Third and 10 for the Trevians. And right at the 50. Following the 5th turnover, flags go flying. And either offside perhaps. It is offside against Evanston, lining up in the neutral zone. Third and 5.
It'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Ball spotted now on the 44-yard line of the Wildkits.
Jacoby's been able to move the football. And the Trevians have been able to move the football and actually should have had more points on it. First down for the Trevians. Flanagan out of, Jacoby out of bounds on the fake pitch. And the quarterback keeper. Trevians have a first down.
Out of bounds by number 48, Broderick Johnson.
At the 28-yard line. 38-yard line. 33-yard line, make it. I'll get it right, 33-yard line. Second down, or first and 10, rather, for the Trevians. They hand off. Big hole. Corey Ford busts through. Got inside the 20.
He's knocked out of bounds by number 31, Corey Chain.
And another first down for the Trevians.
Took up the first down yardage. First and 10. Trevians ball now spotted on the 19-yard line.
Chris Waite, the lone man out wide. They hand off to Corey Ford, and this time he doesn't get very far before the whole interior line. Evanston there. Picked up maybe a yard or two.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
And make it 3 yards he picked up. Second down and 7 yards to go.
Ball spotted on the 16-yard line.
Chris Wade, again the lone player wide. Jacoby back to pass. Throws complete to Flanagan. And Flanagan short of the first down, but down to the 10-yard line. Make it the 11.
Corey Chang, number 31 on the stop.
Third and 1.
Third and 2.
Flags go flying, and I think the Trevians' illegal procedure. Weight was not set. Quick snap, tried to catch Evanston napping, and instead the Trevians going to get caught. For the illegal procedure. A couple of the neutral players were not ready. A false start or something like that. Third and 5. A long 5.
Ball now spotted on the 16-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and 6.
They're going to call it 6, but it looks like a long 5 to me. But in any case, Jacoby out of the shotgun. Again inside the 10-yard line, or close to the 10. The pass, the long one. Incomplete. Waite was open in the end zone. But the pass incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th down. And we'll see what happens here. Looks like the Trevians going to take a timeout, perhaps to talk this over. No, they're just going to go with it. I think Flanagan's going to try for another field goal here.
It'll bring up a 4th and 6.
He's on for it.
Attempting the field goal, number 40, Flanagan.
Flanagan to attempt the field goal. The kick is up. Partially blocked, but it's good. And the Trevians lead it 13-0.
Evanston, nothing.
The Trevians, leading it 13-0, are going to have to find that end zone on the offense a little bit. Fortunately, they're finding it on the defense. They've found their niche on the defense, but that offense is going to have to get on track and put some points. The offense has got get down that close, do more than get 2 field goals in 3 tries. Left to play. Again, kicks it away. High and deep. Taken by Weaver. He's up to the 20. Busts ahead, and down he goes at about the 26 or 7. And that's where the Wildkits will take over. Now down 13-0.
Number 63 on the top.
Evanston has not mounted a serious threat in this game. The Trevian defense is on and hot tonight. Back to pass is Barbera. He throws long, incomplete, intended for Weaver. Out at about the 45-yard line. The play brought in by Lance Wellington. Barbera kept it on the option and brought it out beyond the 30 to about the 30. About the 33.
Gain of 5 yards.
3rd and 4.
It'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Ball spotted on the 33-yard line of the Wildkits.
Make it 5. 3rd and 5. Back to pass to Barbera. Out, throws long, Pass is complete to Weaver. Put his knee down at about the 46. First and, make it the 45. First and 10, the Wildkits. The Trevians defense, incredibly stingy this year. Have given up just 12 points in the first 4 games, and nothing so far today. Barbera back to pass again, running for his life, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Another sack for the Trevians. Phil Swisher finally in on it. Swisher and Soren, I believe. A Trevian sack. Second and 11. Barbera takes it himself. Faked the handoff. Took it himself and dove ahead and picked up 3 in a cloud of dust.
David Soren, number 72 on the stop. Tom Fritz, number 55, is also there.
Tom Fritz and Dave Soren on the tackle. It may have been a broken play for Trip Healy to take that. A sophomore fullback, 6'1" and 180 pounds. The pitch back, turn the corner, and out of bounds. Lance Wellington again. But he did pick up the first, I think. Yep. First and 10 for the Wildkits. Inside Trevian territory.
First and 10 Wildkits.
At the 43-yard line. Barbera back to pass again. Pass is complete to Crane. Wes Crane. And Wes is a little shaken up. Had the wind knocked out of him, but he did hang on to the football. And the Wildkits pressing. They hand off to Wellington. He pushes ahead on his own and picks up a few. Down to the Trevian 26-yard line.
Gain of 3 yards on the play. It brings second and 7. Ball now spotted on the 26-yard line of the Trevians.
The big game. Chicago Sports Network. Barbera back to pass. Rolls out, nobody open, and got maybe back to the line of scrimmage, not much more.
Flanagan, number 40, was there. No gain on the play. 3rd and 7.
3rd down, 7 yards to go. Well, after a rugged first half, The second half appears to have settled down, and they decided to play football. Less penalties here. Little play action. Out to Wellington. Wellington picks up good yardage, gets inside the 10-yard line, down to the Trevian 9. And the Wildkits have a 1st and goal to go at the New Trier 9-yard line.
First and goal. Ball spotted on the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, Wildkits from the 9.
And the Wildcats a little confused on the play, and are going to take the timeout as Wes Crane, I think, didn't know where he was supposed to be on the field. 2:03 left to play in the third quarter. Trevians up on top, 13-0. Evanston pressing. They're at the Trevian 9-yard line. Again next week, the homecoming game on the network, New Trier and Waukegan. And next Saturday, or Saturday night, homecoming night, September 30th, it's the Metro North High School Hockey Alumni game when New Trier alumni and Evanston alumni, Highland Park, Deerfield, Glenbrook North and South, all of them will be out there on the ice in an alumni game. Some of the best players that ever played high school hockey will be out on the ice at Winnetka. Starting time is 9 o'clock, and a game for charity for the Quincy Veterans Home. All you have to do is bring clothing or household item. Otherwise, it's $3. Get into that game. 9 o'clock at Winnetka Ice Arena. Pass is way overthrown. Everybody was covered, and Barbera threw it away. 2nd and 9. 2nd and goal to go. The New Trier Trevians trying to make believers out of the state. Whoops, out of bounds. Lance Wellington put a foot out of bounds at about the 7. Evanston variously ranked around in the various polls, about 10th in the city. Trevians in one poll unranked, and the other one ranked 20th out of 25. But this year, it's really hard to tell because this is the first conference game. Back to pass, Barbera throws to the corner. Touchdown, Evanston. Wes Crane with the reception. And the Wildkits on the board.
Remaining in the third quarter, touchdown Wildkits.
And the try for the extra point, the first extra point allowed by the Trevians this year. And the 5th game, 2nd half, 3rd quarter. New Trier has finally given up a point after Their first one they've given up. And with 1:42 left in the third quarter, the score is the New Trier Trevians 13 and Evanston 7. Here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Just a reminder to those of you watching on Continental Cablevision, stick around after the football game. More New Trier versus Evanston action. The New Trier Evanston soccer game. That's those of you watching on our Continental affiliates. Those of you watching on Post Newsweek, all you'll see is the football game. 1:42 left to play here in the third quarter. And the Trevians see their lead shrink down to 6 rather. 2 field goals by Flanagan. The difference now in the game. I wouldn't be surprised if they try for the onside kick here. They didn't. Fairly deep, picked up by Pat Pierce. Pierce finds a hole and brings it out past the 40, out to the 44-yard line.
Trevians take over. First and 10, New Trier.
And there's an injured player down on the field for the Trevians.
Spotted on the 44-yard line. Official timeout.
Efren Fisher, I think that is. The New Trier fan contingent. I'm glad they're wearing primarily blue colors as a New Trier West alum. Because the New Trier West colors were blue and gray. The New Trier East colors were green and gray, so I'm glad they're wearing primarily blue. Never mind. Going a long way for nothing there. Trevians trying to add to the lead that they have in the big game. Jacoby, handoff. Oh, and Corey Ford went nowhere.
Loss on the play. Loss of a couple on the play.
Loss of a yard or two.
Second and 12. Hold on, fighting on the 42-yard line. Second and 12.
So whatever that injury was to Jacoby, it has been taken care of. I understand it was a knee, but taken care of. Jacoby back to pass. Looking, and he's going to get sacked. Scampering for his life. And finally taken down by Demetrius Carter.
6-yard line.
Third down and 19 yards to go for the Trevians. Off the sack by Demetrius Carter, a 6'3", 200-pound linebacker. Jacoby back to pass. Jacoby looks again, gets away, now throws it. Pass is bobbled and incomplete, intended for Waite at the 50. And the Trevians will have to boot it away. At the end of the third quarter, the score is the New Trier Trevians 13 and Evanston 7. And we'll be back for the fourth quarter in this exciting rivalry right after these messages here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Welcome back from Memorial Stadium in Evanston. 4th and long yardage for the Trevians. And the New Trier squad will kick it away here. Back deep. Tim Pushaver. Pushaver kicks it, and it is high and short and takes a Trevian bounce. Evanston ball at their own 47-yard line. That's where they take over. Down by 6.
47-yard line. 1st and 10 Wildkits.
Option back to Wellington, and he picked up a yard.
Ryan Kniff, number 65 on the stop. Loss of a yard. 2nd and 11.
2nd down, 9 yards to go for the Wildkits. Screen to Weaver. Good for the first down and inside Trevian territory at the 38-yard line.
Ball is spotted on the 38-yard line of the Trevians.
First and 10. Back to pass. Throws long and incomplete. Barbera had to rush that a little bit. Heard the thundering hooves behind his back. And the pass incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
Back to passes Barbera again. Steps up. Passes. Not Wellington. In. Touchdown. Wait a minute. Flag goes down. Weaver went in for the touchdown, but there's a flag on the play. And I think it's against Evanston. Flag against Evanston. The call is clipping. It will still give Evanston a 1st and 10.
That's still enough for first down yardage.
From the point of the infraction.
15-yard penalty for the squad. It'll be first down. 1st and 10, a Wildcat ball.
Still 1st and 10 for the Trevians. And 1st and 10 rather for the Wildkits. On the clipping call. That negates the touchdown by Weaver. Pass is complete. Dipsy doodling after the reception. And Wes Crane goes down at the 9-yard line. Oh, brother. The Wildkits. 1st and 9. 1st and goal to go at the Trevian 9-yard line. Barbera. Now going out wide. The pitch to Wellington. Wellington dipsy-doodles once, twice, gets inside the 10 and bounces inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
Gain of 5.
Picked up 5 yards. And first and goal, second down and 4 yards to go. Wildkits have the beef in. Oops, movement. That's going to be called back. And it went nowhere. Wellington went absolutely nowhere. Movement to the line. Dalton Jenkins. And a illegal procedure. Backfield in motion against the Evanston Wildkits.
To the 9-yard line. Illegal motion, 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
Dalton Jenkins started a little late. Illegal motion against the Wildkits. And we're back to 2nd and 9 yards to go for the Wildcats. And a timeout taken by the Trevians. So while New Trier takes a timeout, we'll take a timeout. This is New Trier Trevians football on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Trevians have taken a timeout. We've taken a timeout. Second down, 9 yards to go for the Wildkits. For the equalizer in this football game, Barbera. Pitch back. The throw by Wellington, bounce up in the air, and intercepted in the end zone. Pat Pierce intercepts in the end zone. The 6th turnover of the day. And most opportune touchback. Trevians get it at the 20.
20-yard line. First and 10, Trevians.
Lance Wellington took the pitch from Barbera, threw it into coverage, and Pat Pierce lying on his back may have just made the game-saving catch. The game-saving interception. Matt Jacoby. The handoff.
Ford, the ball carrier.
And Corey Ford, the ball carrier, picked up a yard or maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
9 from the 21.
Picked up a yard, 2nd and 9 for the Trevians. Back to pass is Jacoby. Jacoby throws long, and it is incomplete, knocked away. Intended for Tim Langford, and knocked away by Rodney Smith. Brings up 3rd and 9 at the Trevians' own 21-yard line. Jacoby out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Jacoby looks. Jacoby throws. And incomplete.
It'll bring up a 4th and 9.
4th down. The ball at the Trevian 21-yard line. Tim Pushaver. In to kick it away. But the important thing was that the Trevians stopped the drive with the interception. And fair catch at the 48-yard line. 47 or 8 of the Trevians, and the Wildkits.
On the 47-yard line of New Trier, 1st and 10 Wildkits.
The Trevians with 5 interceptions today, and 1 fumble recovery. Make it 2 fumble recoveries. Spinning out of bounds, Wes Crane. Stepped out of bounds, they say, at the 39, knocked out of bounds, but it looked to me like he was out before then. Stuck a foot out before then. The advantage of having all those players up on that sideline, I suppose. Got himself a couple of extra yards off that. Nowhere. Ryan Dahl stunting in with the help of Flanagan, and the two of them.
No gain on the play.
No gain.
3rd and 3 from the 39.
2nd and 10 at the Trevian 39-yard line. Pitch back to Wellington. Wellington tries to turn the corner and did, but didn't pick up very much. Close enough for the measurement, I think. Short. 4th and a yard. They wanted to make sure that the exact spot of the ball almost 2 yards. They wanted to be sure on the exact spot of the ball. 4th down and about 1.5 yards make it. Fourth down and 1.5 yards to go. The Wildkits looking for the equalizer. And flags go flying. And the line jumped all over the place, and I think it's illegal procedure against the Wildkits. That's what it is. An uneven firing out of that line, and a couple of them moved before the snap of the ball.
Offside, 5-yard penalty.
Fourth down and 7.
44-yard line, it'll be 4th and 6.
Barbera. Back to throw. Throws incomplete. Trevians take over on downs. Incomplete. The Trevians take over on downs.
New Trier holds 1st and 10. New Trier. Ball spotted on the 43-yard line.
The Trevian faithful on the far side, loud and vociferous. Jacoby, the pitch back. Corey Ford. Ford busts ahead and gets up to about the 48-yard line. On the option. On the pitch back, I suppose that really was. It wasn't much of an option. Pitch back. Jacoby. Gets the play from Coach Mortier.
48-yard line.
2nd down. On the 48-yard line. The handoff to Corey Ford. Ford, bus open, bus free. Goes to the outside. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, New Trier. Corey Ford, a 52-yard play.
Corey Ford on the touchdown. .23 remaining in regulation.
Corey Ford, a 52-yard play, found the hole and was off to the races. The kick is up. The kick is good, and the Trevians lead it 20-7.
5:23 remaining in regulation. New Trier 20, Evanston 7.
.23 left to play here in the game. And boy, that interception in the end zone by Pat Pierce is looming large. Not only did it save the score, but it certainly set up the touchdown run by Corey Ford. Wes Crane hit by Chris Houston, and Crane goes down on his own after the hit from 6'4", 220 Chris Houston.
1st and 10 Wildkits. Ball spotted on the 23-yard line.
At the 23-yard line. The Evanston's own 23. They have the football. Back to pass, and down he will go. And an Evanston player got his foot, ankle caught in the grass over there, the wet grass. And 4:45 left to play. Eight on the play, or 4 on the play, make it 2nd down and 14. And again back to pass. Inside handoff to Wellington. Wellington a little tentative and upset about that tentative way that he gets back to the original line. And the Wildcats trying a little hurry-up offense here. Back to pass, and he's going to get it again. Down they go. Down he goes. Soren with the sack. David Soren. And the Wildcats are forced to kick it away. 4th down and about 14. And don't be surprised if you see a fake here. Well, kicks, got it away. And the fair catch, Pushaver. Trevians have it at the 40.
Trier takes over. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line.
45-yard line make it of Evanston. Where the Trevians take over. About 3 minutes left to play in the game.
The 4th annual Boosters Barbecue will be held today on the EJHS campus. First and 10 to Trier.
The handoff to Corey Ford. Ford broke a tackle, gained a little extra yardage off of it. Bouncing around in there, picked up about 3. Second and 7 for New Trier at the Evanston 42-yard line. Jacoby, the handoff again to Corey Ford. Again, efforts going crazy. And Corey Ford picks up about 3 more. 3rd down and 4 yards to go for New Trier.
Gain of 4 yards. 3rd and 3.
Make it 3rd and 3. Picked up 4 that time. Brooklier. And he won't gain much. Timeout. Wildkits. So with Evanston taking a timeout, we'll take a timeout.
Try Amy.
Amy. Yeah, she'll go.
Metro Chicago Sports Network. New Trier and Evanston. 4th down. And it looks like the Trevians will kick it away. The kick high. And bounces out of bounds at the 12. Aiming for the corner.
Ball kicked out of bounds.
And it's Evanston football. And they'll go to the hurry-up offense, I'm sure, here. With under 2 minutes to play. Down by 2 touchdowns. Trevians. Barbera out of the shotgun. And he's going to go down again. Soren again gets him. David Soren, 6'2", 210 pounds. Defensive lineman. Gets to Barbera again. And he's got third down and the Wisconsin state line here. Back to pass, Barbera steps out of the end zone. He was over the line. He was over the line. The pass is complete, and Wes Crane goes down. Barbera had crossed the line. And a pass complete to Wes Crane, flagged down.
Pass interference, defense, the off penalty flying, first down.
Pass interference against New Trier, but it's declined. Barbera looks to pass again, throws long. Nobody there. And that stops the clock. With about 30 seconds left to play. I think the Evanston has used up their timeouts. Barbera passes, pitch to Wellington, and he steps out of bounds to stop. And the pass incomplete, intended for Weaver. The second time that the Evanston quarterback has stepped over. And both times the flag not thrown. Barbera, a handoff inside. Wellington forges ahead inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line.
First and 10 Wildkits.
And the deliberate grounding by Barbera to stop the clock on the technically incomplete pass. And the New Trier fans begin to surge to the fence. I think they're heading for the field at the conclusion of this one. I don't know what led me to that. I just thought they were. Back to pass. And another sack. Tom Fritz. And that's the game.
And that's it. Final score. New Trier 20.
And the New Trier Trevians have beaten the Wildkits 20-7.
Next game will be Friday, September 29th, 7 p.m. at Mound West. 2 weeks from today will be our homecoming, Glenbrook South. Varsity at 2, sophomores at 11:30. Again, another reminder, the 4th annual Booster Barbecue will be held